Sarah Colvin, and joining me live on the phone from Cape Cod Community College, I welcome Communications Director Michael Gross. Michael, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
Well, we were just joking. I'm so deep in the middle of commencement and everything else, I didn't even look at the clock this morning as my phone rang.
That's right.
It
has been so busy, Michael, at Cape Cod Community College lately. I know, so many events leading up to graduation. I actually attended the Project Forward graduation on Friday, and what a special event that was.
You know, it really is, and it is good to take a moment to talk about it. We have this incredible program in which individuals with intellectual disabilities and challenges are taught a number of wonderful life skills, everything from landscaping and retail skills, life skills. They have all kinds of culinary, all kinds of things here. They're an incredible program, and they all get together for, I think, what is the most wonderful party in the middle of Tilden Arts Center. And Senator Dan Wolf was the speaker, as you were there and saw, and they sing, and they're so celebratory and so wonderfully enjoying their life, and they go out and enjoy so many different parts of it. They students learn everything from animal care. Many of them work in veterinarians' offices, things of that sort. So there's so many wonderful parts of that, and it is a great piece, and sort of does begin this sort of long journey to Thursday, which is our commencement. And so that was a great day, a great place to begin, and for you to grab your camera as a part of it all, and another part of your life and shoot for us was wonderful.
Exactly.
So, neat stuff.
Oh, good stuff. Well, Michael, again, it's commencement week, and so activities have commenced. We had the Evening of Excellence last week. Tell me a little bit about the Evening of Excellence and what that's all about.
You know, that is also one of those nights. The former president here used to call it a three-hanky affair in a way, and it was we hand out and this year again roughly $200,000 in scholarship funds that go to our current students, incoming students, and students who are leaving us to go on to programs of study elsewhere. And I'm not sure the public really understands how much money has generously been provided to our educational foundation that is handed to our students. And by the way, that's not all the foundation does. The foundation also provides funds for faculty to enhance their programs, for equipment and facilities here. The college's educational foundation does so many different things. But that night, which was Thursday night, we had 129 students who were given about, as I say, $200,000 in funds, and it's good to note maybe a couple of three different ones, but most specifically, there is a group of scholarships given by Mrs. Maureen Wilkins, and these scholarships, there were 10 given this year, and they're given specifically to single parents to allow them to continue their studies. And these are major scholarships. Each one is $4,000.
Wow.
And that's a lot of money when you consider a college course here is less than $600. That's a lot of money, and it allows someone who is struggling, come on, these are people working, they have families, they're doing it all by themselves, and they're going through into school. And what was amazing Thursday night, and I was shooting those photographs, to see faces, they didn't know this was coming.
Oh.
These were not announced beforehand. They were told to please come because there were scholarships going to be handed out. And when these people were told they were given a $4,000 scholarship, the families around them, the faces, they knew this was going to mean they could make it in the coming year and the year ahead. The Wilkins scholars were truly very, very special people. And in fact, what was amazing, as we put a group of them together, one of the moms could not have her photo taken without her daughter. Just couldn't happen, and we were fine with that. That was great. Daughter had to come and stand right there as mom grabbed her certificate and had to have her photo taken. At the same time, in the very same way, so many times the families were surrounding mom, were surrounding the daughter. These are family times. We're a community college, and so many times people sort of forget all the little pieces that are among us every single day. We have individuals going to college here 15 to on up. We say 15 to 55. Well, it's long past 55. And in reality, I think that night of all of the scholarships that are here, making it possible for people to continue, and there were 46 that we call our commencement scholarships. These are people who are going on to further education. A story that I've been following for the past couple of years, a young man got involved when Professor Rick Bashara brought the very first three-dimensional printer to our campus and started making funny little things out of plastic. Well, Liam Cross decided that he'd see if he could make a hand that would work.
Wow.
Well, but he did, and Liam actually made all the parts, and his real energy really caught the interest of everyone, and Liam got involved in our advanced manufacturing program. He became an intern with Sencorp White over in Hyannis, which is the national manufacturer of package wrap, a bubble package wrap. Whenever you go into any kind of electronic store and there's a package hanging on a rack that has a plastic bubble around it and there's something in it, well, that packaging machine that made it was designed and made, or at least created, in Hyannis, down here at Sencorp White. Well, Liam got an internship there, and he continued through. His energy in engineering has really grown. He will graduate with us. He received the Nickerson Scholarship Thursday night. He'll be going to UMass Lowell in their advanced manufacturing and engineering program, and it was ecstatic about it. He couldn't contain himself talking about the ability he's going to have to really interact with some of the finest entrepreneurs in engineering in Massachusetts and around the world who are centered there in Lowell, where, if you think about it, that's where some of the most incredible manufacturing has been historically for hundreds of years, right there in Lowell, and now he's going to be there. And he's going right from here with that Nickerson Scholarship.
Excellent.
So it's all of that surrounds our scholarship night that's made possible through our foundation. Truly wonderful.
Wonderful.
So that's where it all starts, and we're headed to commencement on Thursday.
Absolutely. And, so many stories as people gather at the Melody Tent on Thursday for commencement, so many going on to continue their education, many, completing their college through Cape Cod Community College. So let's talk a little bit about commencement
Sure.
taking place. Of course, it's been at the Melody Tent for many years now. Great place to be able to gather all the grads together.
Yeah, it is, and we ended up moving there because of our building of our LaRusso Science Center. Many people, and I was talking to one over the weekend who said, "Oh, you mean you still don't do it on campus?" And I went, "Wow, that was a while ago." I've been here since 2005 when we opened LaRusso, and I guess actually a couple of years before. We needed to move the graduation because we needed all the space on campus to stage the construction of our LaRusso building, and we happily found the Melody Tent, who use us really as sort of the, quote, shakedown crews for the Melody Tent. We're the absolute very first event that occurs there now. We needed to move commencement because we had no more space, and they said, well, sure, come on down. And our students find themselves standing on the stage where the greats of the world come every summer, and our students really enjoy it. And so we'll go this Thursday. We start very early in the morning, as our very first event is actually at 11 o'clock in the morning. Our dental hygiene students come in, and they have a very wonderful pinning ceremony as they graduate from the dental hygiene program. They really kind of have two events, one of which from their own program certifying themselves as dental hygienists, and then they come at 4 o'clock with everyone and graduate from the college as part of the class of 2016. Well, that in fact happens again at 1 o'clock because our nurses do the same thing. Nurses have, historically from the days of Clara Barton, have been pinned with a symbol of their own class as nurses. And our nurses at 1 o'clock have a wonderful ceremony. They're, again, in the tent on that same stage, go through a wonderful program. They are pinned, and then they also come back at 4 o'clock for the ceremony itself. And speaking of coming back, we actually have an alum who is going to speak to us this year. Mamadou Sow was a member of the class of 2000. He came to us who really wanting that piece of American higher education, and came from Africa. He was brought to Wellfleet by some great people, went through and in fact has given back. He is now the director of the International Society of the Red Cross's work in the Gaza Strip, if you can imagine.
Wow.
Wow. I can't either, but he's a great guy. He came to campus, really began the infusion of the feeling of diversity and the real feeling to welcome everyone. And Mamadou's smile was totally infectious and began to bring to everyone here that, well, what is it now? It was the 16th annual Multicultural Festival, and if you think those 16 years from 2000 to now, and in some ways it all works. And Mamadou is going to come as our commencement speaker, and we're really looking forward to it. So Thursday will be a day when we just kind of live at the Melody Tent, but a wonderful day for all of our class of 2016.
Wonderful. Well, Michael, I thank you so much for joining us here on Barnstable this morning. A pleasure to have you on the show. And we won't talk with you next Monday because it's Memorial Day, but we'll talk with you again in a couple of weeks. Congratulations to all of the graduates, and we will look forward to hearing more about that.
Absolutely. Good to speak to all.
Thanks, Michael.
Bye-bye now.
Michael Gross, of course, communications director over at Cape Cod Community College. Lots of excited people.
So much activity.
It is.
The start of the summer, it's crazy.
Yep.
And the high school students, the high school seniors are going to be out soon.
Yes.
Crazy.
Unbelievable. It just goes right by.
Yeah, it does.
It's a busy day here at Town Hall today, too.
That's right. We're going to start out with the licensing authority meeting this morning at 9:30. The committee to analyze the impact of illegal drugs will take place at 5:30 in the Selectmen's Conference Room. The Community Preservation Committee will meet at 5:30 in the Town Hall hearing room. The Planning Board will meet at 7 in the Town Hall hearing room. And the Comprehensive Financial Advisory Committee will meet at 7 in the